Hi guys, welcome to my bathroom. I imagine the echo is it's something lovely. I had this idea to do a video about self-tanners. Okay, your girl runs real pale. That's just genetics, right? And in the spring and summertime, really in the summertime, I burn to a crispity crisp, and it's painful and it looks horrible. And then a year later, I'll still have like marks from the burn. Some might call them tan lines, but I call them mistakes. But right now I've decided I'm not gonna let it rock because I have options. They're all laid out on my counter here. I have options. This video is sponsored by QVC because I got all of this stuff, all of the goods. I got them all at QVC, okay? So I'm gonna have the links to everything down below. You can go and you can pick up the best one for you. I initially thought, I think I'll put one on, I'll let it, develop. I'll like show the people after like 3 days, and then I'll do another one. But then I started thinking, by the time I got to like the 4th or 5th tanner, I was gonna have like a base already, okay? That's not fair. That's not fair to tanner number 1 if tanner number 5 gets to go after all these other self-tanners. And no. So I decided that I would try all 5 self-tanners at once, and we'll see how it goes in the morning. Let's go ahead and run through the lineup. All right, number 1, we have James Reed, okay? This came as a little 2-pack. It says it's the Glow 20 Mousse, glow in 20 minutes, 60 to 90 minutes for deeper tan. And we have the Glow 20 Facial Tan Serum. Now, I haven't decided who's going on my face or if anyone should, because frankly, that seems like a horrible idea right now, but who cares? I'd never heard of this brand before, but I was like, oh, that looks real luxe, real fancy. And then when you shop on QVC, you always get like amazing prices. You get amazing like sets, okay? You'll get, the quality is there, the value is there. They have what you need. Did you need something? Check QVC before you check anywhere else because they probably have it. It probably comes in a set. You can probably make payments on it if you need to. Guess what else? Their shipping times are amazing. It only takes a few business days for them to like ship stuff out. So anytime I order, I always get my stuff super quick, which is nice because clearly I have no patience. This little set came with a glove. Next up, we have the Isle of Paradise. This one I have never tried this, but I have heard of the brand. I've had some of their stuff before. I don't really remember using it, but this is a vegan and cruelty-free and organic brand, or product I should say. It is the self-tanning butter. I like the sound of that. I like the sound of a butter. A mousse probably spreads easily, but a butter just sounds delicious. So that's good for me. This one feels promising. It didn't come with a mitt. It was the only one that didn't, but there's a lot of product here, so I'm ready to get pumped up. And it says this color develops in 4 to 6 hours. So let's see. Next up, we have one of my favorite brands here. This is Josie Maran Argan Liquid Gold Self Tanning Oil. I had the Josie Maran Argan Oil, that much I know. Is that all she does? Argan oil? Is Josie a lady? Is she a gal? Not sure. But it's a popular brand, so I was like, let me try them out. So we have the self tanning oil. Now oil, oil? That's gonna have a whole different kind of flow on the body. This says it gives you a hydrating natural glow. And with this one, of course you wanna exfoliate prior, so I'm gonna hop in the shower and exfoliate, don't worry guys. This one says you have to wait at least 8 hours before bathing to allow the color to develop. So I sleep about 4.5 hours every night, so this should be like totally fine. I'm just kidding, I sleep like 7 hours. The 4th one we're gonna be trying is by Norvell, and it's Norvell Venetian Self-Tanning Mist with Bronzer. It is an anti-orange formula. This is the only one that's mentioned anything about orange, so I almost forgot that you can turn orange when you're self-tanning, so thanks for reminding me. An instant Venetian extended tan. Venetian, ay, tan fancy it away. So it says get an immediate tan that will last up to 1 week. Is that how long tanners last? The microfine mist, oh heck yeah, with cool violet brown undertones. Gives an exotic tan anytime. Do I want cool undertones? No. This says it's designed to counter an unwanted orange undertone for a natural looking tan. Last but not least, I would say we have what would be considered like an OG in the tanning game, at least as far as what I know, okay, which is a lot. This is a Saint-Tropez bronzing mousse. It says 1 hour light, 2 hours medium, 3 hours dark. Someone's downstairs making a smoothie. At this time of night, a 10 p.m. smoothie? That man just lives his life. I'm a little nervous because it says 3 hours dark. I'm definitely light. I'm in the light category and I would like to remain in the light category. I'm not trying to like become a whole different person. So what does that mean? I should take this off after right now? We're gonna find out because I'm not going to. So Saint-Tropez also gave us a hey, did anyone else think, like back in the day when like Jay-Z was like rapping about, you know, Saint-Tropez and stuff, and you were young and maybe dumb, like me. Did you think that Saint-Tropez was actually Sandro-Pay? Anybody else think that? Or did you guys know this was how it's spelled and how you pronounce these words? You didn't know that. All right, friends, I'm gonna hop in that shower, give it a little exfoliation, and then we are gonna start applying in quadrants, although there's 5 of them, so quad feels like 4. In hydrants, no, that feels like 6. In pendrants, is that a word? All right, friends, I'm back. I have showered, and like I said, I exfoliated and shaved and everything yesterday, so step 1 on pretty much all of these is if you are a dry, crusty mess, yes, go ahead and moisturize. Just as much as, I might need a few more to be honest. Right. Okay, now that we're fully moisturized, we're gonna go ahead and start with our James Reed. This is the one that says it'll give you a glow in 20 minutes, but you can leave it for 60 to 90. You'll have like a really deep tan. So I assume by tomorrow morning, I'll be looking flawless. Okay, it basically just says to put it on. It does say that you can rinse after 60 to 90 minutes. In fact, it might as well go ahead and suggest that you do, but are we gonna do that? No, we're not. So we're gonna go ahead and put some of this mousse onto our little, oh God, onto our little glove. And then the James Reed Express Tan is gonna go ahead and get my left arm. So we're gonna go ahead and just start moving it in. Just little slow circles. Anybody else worried? I mean, I'm not worried because I don't really care if I walk around looking like I've been stitched together out of, you know, various shades of tan fabric, but maybe we should be worried. I will say the scent of this one, it's mild. It doesn't have that really common sort of tanner scent. And you see this, I have bruises all over my body right now from moving. So I'm hoping those will kind of blend into my tan a little bit. I will say it blends right in. Ooh, I got some on my shirt or whatever this is. It blends in really easily. Like I feel like I'm blending it very easily. What do you guys think? Does it look splotchy to you? I feel like it's easy peasy. Oh, okay, I'm starting to see I'm not blending it quite good enough back there. Yeah, the scent is not unpleasant at all and the application is so easy. This one's awesome. I should like always use a mousse. Are you supposed to tan your armpit? Anybody? I feel like it's already darker than the rest of me, so probably not. Okay, this one says to rinse after 20 minutes for a light glow. So I'm gonna put it on and I'm gonna rinse this off my face, okay? Because like my body's all fun and games, but my face, she's the mess maker. Oh yes, there's no color in here, so I'm like not gonna be intimidated by this. Okay, 5 pumps, that feels like enough. I'm gonna take this one down the neck. Round 2, we're gonna do the Isle of Paradise. Did I say island earlier? The Isle of Paradise Self-Tanning Butter. And this one is the one that didn't come with a mitt or anything. And it says, go ahead and pump, apply butter to skin and spread evenly across. And it'll develop in 4 to 6 hours. That's how much I pumped out. I'm gonna put a bunch of it in my other hand. And then we're gonna get to going with our butter. This one's harder to see because it goes on white, and I think these are like the trickiest ones because you don't really know like where you put it, and that is very confusing sometimes. This application was super fast. I'm gonna go ahead and wash my hands though. Oh, also the Isle of Butter or Paradise, that one had like a really faint scent, nothing too dramatic. All right, I went ahead and laid out an old towel here because we're gonna start on the legs. We're gonna do the Josie Marin on this one. So this is just the Argan Liquid Gold Self-Tanning Oil. Shake well, cup your hand in the mitt. The inside of this mitt actually has some like plasticky stuff in there, I guess, so it doesn't soak through. I'm gonna go ahead and allow it to absorb in the center. I'm gonna put a whole bunch in there. Okay. Ooh, I'm nervous. Ooh, well, you know what? Maybe it's gonna come out like super good. Ooh, that's dark. That is what I like to call pigmentation right there. Golly gee willikers, what have I gotten myself into? Clearly I got a lot of product on this mitt. Circular motions. Like I'm just like cupping my like fat leg here. It's just, otherwise it'll just jiggle and jiggle, and then YouTube will be like, this is way too erotic for YouTube. Next up, we have the Norvell Venetian Self-Tanning Mist. Ooh, yeah, this is the one that you, if it's a mist, why do I need a mitt? Instant Venetian Extended Tan. It doesn't say to rub it in, so I don't know if I should. I'm nervous. Anybody else? That's a lot of, oh man, that's a lot of color. What if I spray the mitt instead? I mean, we're definitely getting some color, ladies. Okay. All right, I think we can all agree that this area of me is probably gonna need a little color. So we're gonna go in with our fifth one, really kind of our sixth, because I have that one on my face. And this is the Saint-Tropez. And this is the bronzing mousse. This says advanced 1 hour tan, 1 hour light, 2 hours medium, 3 hours dark, 4 hours nervous, 8 hours, probably a bad decision. They're all kind of cold. What if I only do the front so that you guys can see like the difference? Okay, let me do this one on my own because there's a lot to show here. Okay guys, we're done applying. The only one whose directions I feel like I'm blatantly disregarding here is the Saint-Tropez one. But it is what it is, okay? If this part gets like super tan, then it gets super tan. Otherwise, I am gonna let it dry, all of it, let it dry for like another 20 minutes probably. And then I'm just hopping in bed. So I'll let you know what my sheets look like tomorrow, and we will see how all of this develops. Okay guys, what is that? Oh, it's a pile of towels. Disregard. Okay, it's the next morning. Here I am, better audio. I slept on a towel. It had minimal transfer. So I have to say that all 5 of them did perfectly fine with not transferring. I'm sure one of them messed up, and it looked like it was around my stomach area, and that might have just been because it was still a little sticky when I laid down, but I digress. The rest of them are very different. So I did my face, and that I feel like actually came out pretty well. It's obviously was still really pale. I left it on for 20 minutes and I took it off. So I think that's more of a gradual one, and when you're working with your face, probably a better idea. As you can see, I didn't clean my palms off good enough, and I am working with bronzed palms. A good look if I've ever seen one. Same with the backs of my hand. This one got cleaned off because when I washed my face, I washed my hands, obviously, and I washed some of that tanner off. So that the line between forearm and hand is not terrible on this one. This one is by far the darkest. I did end up with some patchy areas, but I really think that's just because of how I slept. I probably put my arm together because this is like a perfect patch right here. So otherwise, it is a very deep tan for me. I don't know. This one was the butter. Remember the butter? I had to put a little bit more of it on because again I washed my hands and it went down my forearms, and anyway I put more on. I would say this one's got a little bit of an orangey glow happening from here to here, but on my upper arm this is a pretty natural looking glow. Okay, and then we have my stomach, which it looks pretty normal I feel like until you kind of dip down a little bit, and then you're like, oh okay, so that's the original color down there. So this is a cool little tan. It definitely has some splotchiness, which again, I think is just the application, because it's not like splotches, like little bits of, you know, dots, like that happens sometimes. It's more of just areas that look like the tanner was rubbed off before it was like fully dry. I think that actually came out pretty good. And now the legs. So this was that bronzing oil, and I would say that this is the orangest part of my body right now. It has got a very orange hue. It's got some splotchiness. It's a little dark in some areas. It's a little light in some areas. And then we have this one, which was, who was on my left leg? Oh, this is the Norwell one. This one is way pinker. It has almost like a pink undertone to it, which I don't know if I prefer or not. If you can see them next to each other, like you can tell that this one it's richer, and then this one is oranger. Is that a word? Okay, so before I give you like my final thoughts on it, I'm gonna go and take a shower and rinse off what's left, and then we're gonna talk about who the winner is. All right, guys, I'm ready for my final review. I just got out of the shower. When I got in, everything really started rinsing off, but then I went in with an exfoliating brush and nothing came off. So it's definitely on there. The first one that I'm gonna review here is the one on my left arm. As you can see, it's a little too olivey for me. Like, I don't have this undertone. I'm not this color. I will never be this color, except artificially. So this one, I would say the application was super easy. The scent was super mild. I really like it, actually, like putting it on. It's just way too dark for me. It's too rich of a color for me. But the facial one, this is a James Reed Express Glow 20 Mousse. The facial tan serum, I really liked. I mean, I put a little bit on, kept it for 20 minutes, took it off. I could see myself using this like twice a week maybe, and just kind of gradually building a tan on my face, which would be great because all of my foundations are too dark for me right now. So that would be very convenient. This one did come with the mitt, and like I said, I got everything on QVC, obviously, since this video is sponsored by QVC. They have really good prices on a ton of different stuff, but especially like beauty stuff. I feel like they have all the brands you're looking for. They have different collections. They have cool sets. It's great. I mean, it's where I go when I know that I want to like pick something up and I potentially want to get a little something extra with it. Like this one was, you know, obviously this mousse, but it also came with tanning serum and a mitt, which is a good combo. So I would recommend this one because I think it has a really nice even color outside of the inside. Oh, even that kind of evened out. Wow, okay, that evened out too. But I would say it has a really nice even color, but if you're as fair skinned as I am, this might be a little bit too dark, but you know what? I don't live your life, I don't know. Next up was the Isle of Paradise self-tanning butter, and this is the one that I used on this arm. Now, I'll say that you should look at it from this side and from here up, because this is the self-tanning butter. It's an ever so slight tan on me. Down here is where I continuously hit my legs and hit my stomach while I was putting the other tanners on, so that's why it's so much darker from like elbow to wrist. And I did end up reapplying it elbow to wrist because of having to like wash it off and then put, anyway, that was a mess. But from here up, it's a super, super light, gradual color on me. You really can hardly tell. So this one I really like because you can build it up. So I could see myself putting this one on like, maybe like 3 times a week, like after a shower. I could see myself building a tan with this one, which for me, I think is probably the best way to go. And I like the application because it's a body butter, so it's moisturizing and it basically just feels like you're putting on lotion. It goes on clear, and I couldn't see any transfer. When I got in and washed my right arm, I didn't even have any product coming off like at all. So this one, I feel like if you're kind of a noob like myself, this might be the one to do. This one says to reapply as needed in place of your usual body moisturizer, washing hands thoroughly after use. I mean, I might have missed that particular step, but if you don't ever turn your hands orange, I mean, are you even a self-tanner? Next, we're gonna move ever so slightly down the body. So this is what I used on my chest and stomach, and you can't see like a huge difference until you actually like look down here at what I'm normally, you know, this is my usual color. I have like a whole bikini line looking, well, it's not bikini, it's my drawers. So I have like a whole tan line on my butt and stuff. So it definitely worked. You can see the difference. I feel like you can see the difference. I will say that it really kind of just brought out like my stretch marks and stuff. Not that I care, I'm just calling that out for anyone else that might care. I don't mind personally, but it did seem to heighten them. And now I also have like a ring around my belly button, which is just me applying it incorrectly. But this one again came with a mitt, and this is a Saint Tropez Advanced 1 Hour Tan. So this is the one that told me to take it off after 1 hour, and I went ahead and left it on for 9 hours. But it's still not exactly dark. It says 3 hours dark. I mean, 3 hours light. This is like the lightest color on my body of any of the tanners, so I like it. It's easy to apply because it's a mousse and it has like a neutral scent to it. This one is a really quick application, so if you're looking for something that's gonna take you, you know, 5 minutes on your whole body, probably less, this might be the guy. And to the bottom half, we have the left leg, which is the Norvell Venetian tanner. And this is the one that said, this is the one that was the self-tanning mist, which was very challenging, I would say, to apply. I ended up spraying it in the mitt to apply it because it kind of just gets everywhere. And then it's really splotchy and stuff. I mean, you have to rub it in anyway. And like I said, it came with a mitt, so clearly they expect you to rub it. But that was an interesting application. It was not my favorite. In fact, it was my least favorite application. But the color itself is pretty good. I mean, it has like this reddish kind of undertone. I don't know if you'll be able to tell. But overall, I feel like the color is okay. It's not my favorite. I probably would not get this one again, almost exclusively because of the application. And last but not least, on my right leg, I have the Josie Maran Argan Liquid Gold Self-Tanning Oil. This one, I loved how it went on. You just poured a bunch of oil into the mitt, let it soak in for a second, and then just one time was enough. Like, that was enough for my whole leg. Now, I got a pretty big leg, and so you can see the difference in color between the tanned area and the not tanned area. So there definitely is some color there. When I first woke up, I thought it looked extremely orange. Now I do not feel that way at all. I think that the color looks pretty good. There's some splotchiness around my ankle, which is probably just poor application on my part. But otherwise, I really like this one. I like how it looks. It looks really natural, and the application is super fast. All right, guys, so that is all I have for you guys today. If I was only gonna buy one, again, it would be that Isle of Paradise one, but I think that the Josie Maran one definitely has a place like in the summertime. I will be applying that on the regular and getting a more evened out glow. Okay, my forearms look okay, but it's like when you put it up against the rest of me, things get weird. But this is about the time where I have to start talking about like summery clothes and bathing suits and shorts, and so clearly I'm as pale as can be. I don't exit the house to do anything, and if I do, it's freezing outside. So I really like the Isle of Paradise one to add just a little bit of like a natural little hint of a glow, so that when I'm doing all these videos and filming, I'm not like so stark white. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you did. You can find links to all of the stuff that I tried out down below. You can tell me which one you think looks the best, because I guess from other people's perspective, it's gonna look a little bit different, but I still think this was the winner. I mean, the Josie Maran one looks really good too, so I don't know. Thankfully, I have all of them. And like I said, I got them all at QVC, and you guys can check them out. If you want anything beauty related, anything, well, they have a ton of stuff, but I love specifically their beauty stuff because the sets are always genius. And then I always feel like I'm getting more and I'm paying less, so I mean, isn't that like the goal in life here? So you guys can check out the links down in the description box, and that's it. I'm gonna go put on some real clothes and head downstairs for my cup of joe. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.